Okay, Sandy, thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
And I just wanted to start off with saying that this is just part of our Seniors Week Hobbies and Seniors Spotlight. And we're going to just start off with your hobby today, which is
Clogging.
Clogging. Okay, so I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about when you got started with clogging and what kind of got you interested in the first place.
Okay. I went to the Calgary Square and Round Dance Convention. I think it was a national convention.
Okay.
And that was in 1986. And I'd done a little bit of square dancing, a little bit of round dancing. And then we were just sort of walking through the buildings in Calgary, and I saw this clogging, and I thought, I want to do that.
It sparked your interest. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd seen it, and I thought, I want to do that. And so I guess I do have a story about what happened.
Yes.
I had a videotape of a lady clogging, teaching clogging for 2 weeks. And then in that 2 weeks I was practicing as hard as I could. And I had a friend who was teaching at the senior center.
Okay.
And he asked me if I would just take over his group for a few weeks.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he never came back.
Oh my goodness. So he's like, okay, have fun, bye.
And I didn't really know how to clog, but we
Right.
had these tapes that we could teach with, and that's what I did. And that's how I learned how to clog, was clogging with the seniors and leading them,
Wow.
watching this show.
Yes.
And I've been doing it ever since, except for COVID.
Yes.
And I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah. And I was gonna say too, you definitely have to have that versatility and flexibility of people even coming to the class, right? So when you're teaching it, you have to kind of see, first of all, what level they're at, and then second of all, kind of develop a plan around that. So you definitely, like you said, when you're first learning, that must have been quite interesting.
It was very interesting.
You're like, I'm just thrown into the fire.
The only thing is that I was a whole lot younger, and I danced before.
Right.
And so
That somewhat helped.
Well, I started with ballet in 3rd grade, so I'd been dancing for a long time.
Wow.
So-
And then clogging, like you said, you're like, wow, this is for me.
Yes, that was for me. So
Yeah, and I know, how long have you been, apart from COVID, how long have you been teaching at Norbridge now for clogging?
a long time.
We're not going to say years. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So another question for you. Why do you enjoy this hobby so much opposed to any other dance that's out there?
Well, I love to dance, and I hate to walk.
Okay.
So I would rather clog than to walk.
Yes, I like
Yeah.
that answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you also get to somewhat socialize
Oh, yeah.
and that kind of thing. And it's kind of a win-win for both parties,
Yeah,
right?
and you get exercise, and everybody needs exercise. And the thing about clogging is you can do it at your level. You don't have to jump around if you don't want to.
Right.
You can do it at a more sedate level or anything in between.
Right. No, I never thought about that, because if you had, like an injured knee or something and you don't want to go too fast with it, you can modify it so
Yes.
that you can still do it.
And I usually tell the dancers how to modify it.
Right, and that is really, I think that makes a lot of the participants feel comfortable too in the class, knowing that you don't all have to be athletes to do clogging, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
If you can walk, you can clog.
Yeah, and also do you, you're teaching 2 different levels of clogging as well, right?
I was, yeah.
Yes, and what was it, beginner and intermediate?
Well, they were, yeah.
Okay,
At the end, they were closer together
right.
than they were apart. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
and when you first started teaching, like you said, you're kind of thrown into the fire there. Was that just, you taught a class and it was just for beginners? when
Yeah,
you
it was
first
just
started?
beginners, yeah.
So you're kind of all learning together?
Yes.
So did you create any lasting friendships from those first days you started clogging?
A lot of people,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that were
Yeah, lasting.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. So, of course, you shared the one funny story. Is there anything else that has happened throughout your teaching years of anything when a new participant comes and something's happened?
Everybody's different in how they learn. And some people learn really fast, and some people, they've never danced in their life. They don't know how to walk to the beat of the music. So those people, you have to start with walking, just
Yes.
one step at a time with the beat of the music.
Yeah, I was just
And-
gonna ask how that would even work if, like you said, someone that's never done dancing, they don't even know how to dance to a beat. So you have to literally start on building blocks and kind of
Yes.
work from
Yeah.
there, right?
And there are people out there that didn't even have music in their life as they were growing up. So
Wow.
that's hard.
Yeah. And have you had a lot of people that's kind of, they've stuck it out once they've kind of learned the
Oh,
main?
yeah. Yeah.
So it's amazing to see, I'm sure, just from teaching how many people have come so far from when they first started.
Yeah, and
So-
then there's this group of ladies that just, I can't give them enough.
That it's all their end. Okay, Sandy, let's push this a little bit more.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I was gonna also talk to you too about when you do clogging, can you do clogging anywhere, or does it need to be certain flooring?
Well,
or
I know there are people that clog in the parade,
right?
and they must just, their taps must just be eaten up by the pavement. And
Yes.
But I'd rather clog on a floor.
Yes.
That won't eat up my clogs, because you do eat up the clogs even on a floor. But not as badly as on pavement. So
Yeah, and that makes sense because there's gravel and sand, and it
All
kind of
kinds of
just
stuff.
beats it up.
yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that. So indoors is obviously better than
Well,
being
indoors
outdoors.
is nice for me.
Yes. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, one last question. So, of course, Seniors Week is meant to recognize seniors in Alberta for their important contributions to society, no matter the age. So, in closing, how has this hobby helped you contribute to society over the years?
Well, I think I've given people a little bit of exercise, a little bit of fun,
Definitely.
and the thing about clogging is you don't need a partner, so anybody can do it.
Yes, very true.
And men do clog as well as women.
Yes.
And I would welcome anybody that wants to clog there, welcome to come and
Yeah.
give it a try.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Sandy. And hopefully we will be opening and doing some clogging here at Norbridge soon with COVID, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
See how it goes.
Yes. Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.